Testing 1, 2.
Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. Testing from Panther Stadium. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We apologize for the technical difficulties at the start of this broadcast. We are about 15 minutes into this match between the Paola Panthers and the Chanute Blue Comets. We finally figured out our audio issues, and we are ready to rock for the final 25 minutes, the first half. I am Tristan Jordan, joined by my co-commentator, Alex Smith. We appreciate you for sticking with us through those issues here on Paola Sports Live, but we are ready to go for the remainder of this match. As you saw, there was a penalty taken early in the match that was put home by Paola, so the score is 1-0 early on. And that forward progression from the Blue Comets is gathered simply by number 1. The shot was by Hayden Worden, and it was gathered simply by Blake Ramsey, the goalkeeper for Paola this evening. Paola are coming into this match with a record of 1-6, with only 6 goals scored this season, as they will make some substitutions.
Yeah, and that's a situation I think going to be happy to see the Blue Comets, another team that has struggled. Both of these teams kind of tend not to play even matches. They tend to get involved either beating down a team, scoring a lot of goals, or getting shut out. So, so far, we have a very close spot match in the midfield.
Indeed, and last season, the Panthers struggled to put the ball in the back of the net, as they only had 8 goals scored on the entirety of their season. Now, with the penalty here tonight, they've already hit 7 goals. So they have not been able to keep a shutout either, so defense will certainly be goal-oriented in an effort to prevent them from going into the back of the net, which looks as though they have a new goalkeeper this evening.
And joining late, we did not get a chance to introduce those starters. We didn't actually get a word of the starters, but we've already seen Paola making a couple waves of substitution. Chanute hasn't really seemed like they've gone to their bench at all yet.
And Chanute, as you say that, commentators curse, right? As soon as we say it, they do it. So they already have one sub getting ready to come onto the pitch.
There it is.
Looks like number 4, Sonny Padilla, is getting ready to check in for the Blue Comets. Meanwhile, the Panthers trying to maintain possession in the middle of the pitch. And unsuccessfully so, as the ball pings out of play and out for a Blue Comets throw in. So Sonny Padilla will check in. And checking out goes number 7, Jackson Vaughn. So Chanute's first substitution of the match, and this throw-in will be taken by Carter Fosha. Padilla getting his first touch of the half. Well cut out there by the Panthers' number 7, Xander Holdsworth, excuse me. And that ball out of play off of Chanute for a Paola throw, and they're attacking third. Panther captain Patrick Reeder will take this in the attacking half. Ball is headed down near sideline. It's kept in play, though, only as far as Holdsworth before it's picked up by the Panthers again. Bit of skill down here on this near side touch line, trying to keep the ball in play before it eventually bounces out right in front of Padilla. Throw in awarded to the Panthers.
Yeah, and that's Carden Escobar wearing number 2 down there, a player that seems to be occupying one of those back line outside back roles, but have already seen a couple of skillful runs with the ball.
Chanute trying to play out of the back now, and that forward pass goes out of play. Throw in awarded to the Panthers and will be taken by Escobar. He has an option behind him. Teammate shows. Hayden Worden on the ball now. Has options to the center. Forward pass in towards the box is cleared away by Chanute. It looks to be gathered by the Panthers defense.
That's good last-ditch defending right there. Those first couple balls moving from
absolutely
the left side to the right side.
Just trying to buy that time, right? Keep it either in the air or whatever you can do to keep it off the feet of the Blue Comets. Goal kick awarded here. Goal kick taken towards the middle of the pitch. It's kept in play by Worden. The forward progression is stunted and goes out of play for a Chanute throw-in.
And Chanute, for 4A soccer fans, that's a new name. I have a couple of Chanute connections in my own life, and I'm 27. Those folks, my same age, when they were in high school, Chanute did not have a soccer program. So now they are a school that will come up and play Paola. They'll play Lewisburg. They'll play a lot of these area outer belt metro teams, which is quite a long trip for them.
It is, and you may even think that there's an opportunity for them to join the Frontier League with a few other schools leaving this past season and maybe looking to join in the near future, as Chanute has a free kick and they're attacking third. Shot is what is opted for, and it goes through the American football uprights and out of play for a goal kick. So a trio of substitutions now, perhaps just a duo. These substitutes will be number 19, Levi Ballou, and number 22, Mason Hill coming in. Ballou going into that right back spot. Meanwhile, Hill is going to take that right winger position. So a couple of new faces out there, maybe not on the season, as both of them have played earlier this season, but on the night, they are fresh and green faces to the pitch.
Well, yeah, and it's interesting that you see that after that last Chanute attack went down that far side. Soccer's not usually a sport where we associate kind of coaches responding to like taking a player off to kind of criticize something that they did, but subbing the entire right side at the same time, just following what we just saw, is a little interesting.
It is interesting indeed, especially considering when they came off to the sideline, they just sort of sat down. There wasn't any conversation with the coach or anything constructive. So maybe it was simply something that the coach saw. Head coach Trevor Gallagher perhaps saw something that we didn't and wanted to make a change, be that a pace mismatch or something in that regard. So we did see the ball bouncing over their heads during that counter-attacking opportunity as Chanute now trying to progress forward. It's pushed out of play by number 28, Caleb McMillan, and immediately Padilla puts it back into play, trying to garner some momentum for Chanute, not to be, as Reeder sent it downfield. He was looking for Solis. The ball will be ushered out of play by Chanute. as 2, 3, 4 more subs are ready to come in for Paola.
I want to highlight this fantastic ball boy work going on the far side over here. You love that.
That is the assistant head coach, the JV head coach, CJ Shell, on that far sideline in the gray polo and khakis. Well done by Escobar to shuffle that out to the far side, trying to keep that in play now, and it is handed over to Chanute. Good stop there from Reitinger before he clears it long. Eliminating the pressure, and the center official spots the foul on Chanute, awarding the free kick to Reitinger and the rest of the Panthers here on their home turf. They will welcome that foul call as it allows them to push forward down the pitch, prepare for an opportunity here. Ball is put deep, looking for Solis before it's headed away by Chanute. Forward progression is not to be so as Chanute regained possession on that far touchline.
Yeah, and we're still waiting for the first big chance from open play out of this game. Even that penalty opportunity, that really happened on the very outer part of the box. And maybe you could even say Blue Comets a little unfortunate to concede that penalty, though you didn't see many protests there. Still waiting for this big chance.
Yeah, and you could tell that the idea was there. They've been trying to build forward with a counterattacking opportunity. Both sides really trying to garner that momentum, and neither side really able to see too much of the ball to be able to do that, as they simply can't keep it in possession, one side or the other. So that is certainly something that they will look to do going forward.
It's a trap spot for the Comets right now. You never want to be thrown in deep inside your own half, and it's like they turn it over. Interesting interpretation of a throw in that time. Is allowed to stand by the officials.
Escobar applying the pressure high up the pitch. Reitinger following suit. Chanute still playing out of the pressure, though. That pass was a little bit behind his teammate. Reeder scoops it out. Escobar's forward progression is cleared away in their attacking third now. Escobar looking to put the ball back in play quickly, and a throw-in is not to be so as Solis tries to send it in. Low and short goes his cross before it's cleared away. Baloo on the ball as he finds Escobar in the middle of the pitch. Now Reitinger looking forward, looking for Hayden Worden before he is whistled as offside. And it may have been Solis who was offside, as Worden and Solis have a few words after that call. Now Solis has Reitinger on his right, opts for Worden. Hayden Worden surging down the right side. A shot attempt, and it's gathered calmly by Colby Baker, the Chanute goalkeeper. His first real necessary intervention from open play, as you've mentioned. Obviously, there was the penalty, which was unsuccessful for him, but penalties aren't meant to be successful for the goalkeepers, as there's a throw-in deep in the attacking third for Chanute. Mike Wright will take this. Sends it in towards the box. It's touched forward, and in an illegal position was Jackson Vaughn, I believe. Or Jackson Vaughn was passing to Eli Uner, who was in the offside position. Now Paola trying to get something going down this near side. Mara Guzman applying the pressure.
A lot of bodies forward right now for Paola if they can create that turnover opportunity.
Nice forward ball from Chanute. They get an opportunity and another penalty call here from the center official, as it looked like Jackson Vaughn was he had possession of the ball, trying to settle it, shuffle it to the side, and Levi Baloo, just caught Vaughn's leg in an awkward position, bringing the player to ground inside the box. So a penalty is the call from the center official. And And as we just mentioned, these are not meant to be saved by the goalkeepers. It is designed so that it's favorable for the attacker. There are 3 substitutes ready to come in for Paola once this is over. If it's saved or if it goes in. And it goes into the back of the net. Chanute have drawn level here with just over 12 minutes remaining in this first half.
And this is what both of these teams want to participate in, a close, hard-fought match. It's been hard for both of these teams, kind of for a lot of teams at the 4A level, to find an opponent that is exactly at your level. And we see so many lopsided matches, but we are not seeing one this evening.
No, we are not. These two are definitely evenly matched in terms of the ability to maintain possession. Neither one of them able to keep the ball glued to their feet as Escobar simply forfeits possession all the way back to Colby Baker, the goalkeeper for Chanute, off of the resumption of play.
And we don't have heights on our rosters, but obviously goalkeeper, a position where you typically look for a tall player. Baker really looks like he occupies space in that goal. It certainly passes the eye test.
Absolutely. He is certainly head, at least, perhaps even shoulders above many of the other players down here on this pitch. And I would arguably throw the center official in that group as well.
Right,
as Worden surges down the far side, able to maintain possession. Looking for a cross opportunity, and he is not able to find it. Escobar scoops up the clearance attempt, and now Chanute back on the ball. Looking to go on the counterattack, sending it forward for Vaughn. But Watchman Paxton is there. He ushers that ball out of play, and the throw-in will be taken by Reeder. Well done by Paxton there to acknowledge the erroneous pass, if you will, from Chanute. Ball goes out of play. Throw-in awarded to Chanute this time, just at the center line. This time they will find a teammate in Greg Lopez, who's not able to bring it down, and the ball is cleared up into the sky once again. Awkward, unintentional tackle there as Chanute draw the foul. Carter Fosha able to go to ground there and looked like he would be the one taking this free kick. It is not. Chanute opting for the short ball to Vaughn. Out to the near side before it's cleared away. Reeder heading it on. Paola finally opting to simply boot the ball long down this near sideline, and a throw-in is awarded in the attacking third.
Escobar so busy defensively, so busy offensively.
He has really been everywhere. It's almost as though the coach said, all right, everybody gets a position except you, Escobar. You can do whatever you so please, as a handball is called there on number 7, Xander Holdsworth.
Bouncing ball right up into the armpit.
Really awkward, almost a chicken wing-like position for him. But Escobar, we now see him in the left fullback position, but we've also seen him as far forward as the attacking right winger, on that far side touchline, as Chanute now trying to send this ball in. Fosha's cross is blocked away as another throw-in is awarded to Chanute. Paxton is able to apply the pressure, and the ball will go out of play for a corner kick, says the center official.
And so before the match, Blue Comets were doing a drill just that would have come in handy right there. Bouncing ball off kind of miscontrol near the top of the area, and they try to volley it in first time. That is what you saw Buhner trying to do on that play.
And that's the goal of warm-ups, right? You want to try to simulate as much of the real play as you can as this corner kick is sent in. Worden is able to clear it away. It's still rolling all the way out to the far side, and the center official spots the substitutions. He did not see that touch from Worden, so awards the throw-in to the Panthers. No one at this home stadium is going to tell him he's wrong, and 2 substitutes make their way onto the pitch.
Back to the drill, though, that's what I like so much about it. You see teams kind of go through walkthroughs, but you don't see them practicing how to react to a bad touch or an errant ball, or at least I never have. I always think of volleyball, actually, the most when I think of this, about how all those practice swings, none of them are with blockers. None of them face any opponents. None of them are similar to game situations. And like you said, that is the purpose of warm-ups.
Absolutely. And especially at this high school level, you want to simulate as much of a real game
Right.
scenario as you can, because
Right.
it is educational sport, right?
Right.
We can get as passionate about the scoreline as we want, but at the end of the day, this is about learning the sport and sort of perfecting your craft, or as close to it as you can, as Solis picks up the ball before he is stripped at the midway line.
My goodness.
And now Fosha with some nice skill as he tries to shuffle through the Panthers defense. It will go off of Fosha and out of play thanks to a clearance by Reeder. Throw in finding Solis a little bit further down that far side touch line. He's able to earn a throw in a little bit further down the line. Reeder ready to take this again as a substitution will be made. Levi Ballou comes off and Xander Holdsworth comes in.
Possession is just so contested right now on the far side. Trying to keep it tight, keep it zoomed in over there so we don't lose any of the techers going on.
Absolutely. And regarding everything being tight on that far side, if you look at the field as a whole, it's very congested in terms of bodies on that far sideline as well. There's only 4 players at or on this near side of the pitch. As Chanute barreling into the keeper's box, it's finally cleared away by Paxton. Fosha gathers on the corner of the box before it's cleared away again by Paxton. So Paxton having to become increasingly involved in the defensive half. Chanute not wanting to let their foot off the gas pedal as Vaughn now under pressure from 2 Panthers. Opting for the trail. Still looking for the cross, go the Blue Comets. Finally, ball is poked away. Blue Comets trying to maintain possession, and that forward ball goes out of play. But nice defensive effort there from Maxwell Worden, just a sophomore. The midfielder dropping deep into his own box to try to help out defensively. Solis not able to possess that ball as he forfeits over possession, and the Blue Comets give it right back. Hayden Worden now. He's dispossessed, and the ball is cleared out of play by the Blue Comets. Paola throw on their own half. Reeder will take. He has Escobar. Short, opts for the long ball to Solis, who chests it down. Mateo Edwards not able to maintain possession, though. Vaughn now laying chase on this forward progression. It's gathered calmly by the Paola goalkeeper.
Good communication between the goalkeeper and Escobar. Some leave that ball early.
You can tell Paola are trying to use their communication down there on their pitch. They're trying to keep their shape. Paxton Worden now having to step in and play defender yet again. The central defensive midfielder, Watchman Paxton, was being pulled ever further towards his own touchline.
Alarm bells for the Panthers going off just a little bit. These last 5 or so minutes, Comets really have been all over the Panthers.
They really have, and with only 5 minutes remaining in this first half, they are definitely going to want to reverse that tale as Edwards comes off and Reitinger, the starter for the Panthers, comes back in, trying to regain a little bit more of that midfield general style, a bit more communication, bringing another starter back into the fray, trying to solidify their defenses just before halftime, give them some breathing room, something to build off of as they look towards the second half. Hayden Worden's able to pick that up, and Escobar slips on the ball, but now Padilla pushes forward. Paxton is yet again the final man back, but Vaughn's able to beat him to the ball, and it goes into the back of the net, 2-1. Visiting Chanute High School, Blue Comets take the lead, and Vaughn gets his second of the half.
Vaughn has been the dangerous one, and you saw when he stepped up for that penalty, I always kind of look for the body language of the rest of the squad. Are there any other players who might want to take it? Is there any type of conflict? But everybody knew exactly who was going to step up and take the penalty, exactly who their talisman is, and they find him splitting open the Panther defense.
Splitting open indeed as he split forward and beating out Watchman Paxton, again with Paxton's name. And Paxton, you could tell, was looking at his goalkeeper saying, I'm running out of steam. I need you to come off your line. I need you to come off your line. And Blake Ramsey just not doing so and paying the price as Vaughn is able to slot his second back. Jackson Vaughn now with a brace on the evening. He will certainly be looking for his hat trick in the second half. Panthers wanting to do the opposite as their clean sheet is no longer in the picture. Can they at least hold them to just 2 on the night, as they are averaging 5 goals allowed per match on the season, with 35 goals allowed in just 7 matches coming into this one. Quick throw in, finds Solis in the box, taking a shot with his right foot and scuffs it just on the bottom of the boot, and it rolls calmly into the hands of Colby Baker, the Chanute goalkeeper. This ball goes out of play. Greg Lopez takes a seat on the bench on the far touchline following that. Just taking a quick breather. Now Paxton heading it up. Nice touch to bring it down, and then he is able to draw the foul. Relieving any pressure, Noah Vogel is called for the foul from Chanute. So this free kick will be taken by Escobar. Paxton will provide a short option on this near side touchline. And it looks like he will look to lump this long towards the box as the feigning moments of this half slowly start to creep eerily towards 0. Chanute forced to play it out of bounds. So another good opportunity for the Panthers here with just under 3 minutes remaining. Chanute able to scoop it out the first time. Across is sent into the box, and it's over the head of Solis and will bounce all the way out of play harmlessly. And this is a goal kick to be awarded to the Blue Comets.
And that's why teams like to stick a big, tall center forward in there sometimes, even if that's not a technical player. Just a couple more inches needed to connect with that floating cross through the box.
Absolutely. Your earlier comment about Colby Baker's height would have come in handy here had Colby Baker been the attacker in this instance. So
this is so on brand for me, though. I'm definitely have that tall guy bias.
And I so don't. So we are bringing you 2 edges of the spectrum here as Fosha will take this free kick as a foul is called on the Panthers. Chanute looking to get a third just before half, as we are within 2 minutes of the final whistle in the first half. Escobar having to come back, and finally Ramsey comes off his line to scoop that up right at the feet of Escobar. Padilla dropping back. Fosha calls him off, but the ball bounces to Solis. Riding or applying pressure on Padilla, who goes to ground. Padilla pushing forward, and the ball is cleared out of play. Chanute trying to get one last opportunity here with 1.5 minutes remaining in this first half. Center ball finds Padilla, and it is not meant to be so. Although Lopez scoops it up off of the defender from Paola. Central ball, dangerous opportunity, but Reeder is there to gather. Nice bit of interplay there between Reeder and Maxwell Worden as he's able to find his brother Hayden. Hayden pushing down the senior, leaving it forward for Solis, and that ball will be gathered simply by Baker. Under a minute now. Just about 45 seconds as the Panthers simply try to relieve the pressure as Reitinger sending it forward. Pings off a couple of different heads. Solis is one of them. The ball bounces towards the middle of the pitch. Reeder tries to clear unsuccessfully. Paxton finally able to do so. Finding Maxwell Worden. Looking forward for Hayden Worden.
They still got time for an attack.
30 seconds just under. Hayden Worden trying to turn, opting to go on the near sideline, able to keep the ball in play. Not so, says the assistant official on the near side. Throw in awarded to Chanute, and that should be the final action of this first half, with just feigning moments as Fosha will take his time, knowing the clock is running out, throwing it as high as he can, and that should do it for the first half of this match. Center official blows his whistle. Final score after 40 minutes, the visiting Blue Comets from Chanute High School 2, the Panthers from Paola 1. We'll be right back after this.
Farm Bureau has been a proud supporter of the Paola Panthers for more than 20 years. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their #1 goal is to protect you and your family. Insurance is complicated and not one size fits all. Agent Rusty Walters and his team of Alicia Shea, Maria Dirty, and Brett Fisher take pride in the relationships they build with their client members. Let them work with you to customize a plan that protects your livelihood and your future. To learn more, contact Rusty, Alicia, Maria, or Brett at 913-294-2737. Bringing the law to your corner. That's Hartley Law Group. Attorney Jerry Hartley and her staff are dedicated to working for the results you want and to help you determine what actions you can take. Specializing in criminal defense, family law, guardianship and adoption, estate planning, probate, and trust litigation. To learn more, call 913-294-4512 or visit HartleyLawGroupLLC.com. The choice of a law firm and attorney are important decisions and should not be based solely on advertisements or websites.
At Olathe Health, we perform cutting-edge surgical procedures because changing lives with innovative care drives us, one patient at a time. Olathe Health, advanced healthcare, advancing lives.
If you're off your game because of pain or injury, turn to Olathe Health because orthopedics is our game. Joint repair and replacement, chronic conditions and injuries, hand surgery, sports medicine. Make an appointment today.
Whether you're trying to make the most of the next harvest, navigating a changing business landscape, or planning for the next chapter in your life, the professionals at Prime Accounting Solutions are here to help. With 10 locations, Prime Accounting offers convenient, friendly accounting and tax services at a fair price. Payroll, bookkeeping, business planning, personal tax filing, and more. And now Prime is the place to go for insurance. Panther fans can find us at 310 North Hospital Drive in Paola or 913-294-3713. To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net. Planning for retirement, saving for your child's college fund, or just trying to protect the financial future of the ones you love. Edward Jones advisors Curtis Long and Monty Scher are here to help you every step of the way. Curtis and Monty work to discover each person's priorities, then individualize a plan to achieve those goals, sticking with their clients throughout their lives and always there to adjust when unexpected events occur. For over 100 years, folks have planned for their futures with Edward Jones. Plan for yours with advisors Curtis Long or Monty Scher in Paola.
Bank, community banking at its best. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Bringing the law to your corner. That's Hartley Law Group. Attorney Jerry Hartley and her staff are dedicated to working for the results you want and to help you determine what actions you can take. Specializing in criminal defense, family law, guardianship and adoption, estate planning, probate, and trust litigation. To learn more, call 913-294-4512 or visit HartleyLawGroupLLC.com. The choice of a law firm and attorney are important decisions and should not be based solely on advertisements or websites.
At Olathe Health, we perform cutting-edge surgical procedures because changing lives with innovative care drives us, one patient at a time. Olathe Health, advanced healthcare, advancing lives.
If you're off your game because of pain or injury, turn to Olathe Health because orthopedics is our game. Joint repair and replacement, chronic conditions and injuries, hand surgery, sports medicine. Make an appointment today.
Whether you're trying to make the most of the next harvest, navigating a changing business landscape, or planning for the next chapter in your life, the professionals at Prime Accounting Solutions are here to help. With 10 locations, Prime Accounting offers convenient, friendly accounting and tax services at a fair price. Payroll, bookkeeping, business planning, personal tax filing, and more. And now Prime is the place to go for insurance. Panther fans can find us at 310 North Hospital Drive in Paola or 913-294-3713. To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net.
Hi, I'm Dr. Aaron Stowe with Paola Veterinary Clinic. We'd like to thank you for trusting us with the care of your pets and large animals. At Paola Vet Clinic, we're proud to be your hometown vets who know and care about your family. Coming soon, a new location here in Paola in the industrial park with cattle haul-in and boarding and grooming. With 24-hour emergency services and 3 other locations in Lewisburg, Drexel, and Martin City, and a team of 11 veterinarians, our commitment to this community makes Paola Vet Clinic the vets you can trust.
They're taking on the Chanute Blue Comets here in Paola. So the score at halftime is 2-1 in favor of the visiting Blue Comets from Chanute High School. I am Tristan Jordan, joined by my co-commentator Alex Smith, and you are watching Paola Sports Live, which is brought to you by Go Brawley. It just works. Go Brawley is changing what is possible. Experience a new kind of internet with Go Brawley. For more information, call 913-837-4678 or visit gobrawley.com. So we are ready to go for the second half. When we come back, it'll be a resumption of play as the Panthers try to regain control of this match, which slowly seemed to slip out of their hands and fall into the clutches of the visitors. So we will be right back after this.
Hi, ladies. Do you know what you want to drink?
Ooh, yeah, I'll have the unlimited coffee.
Me too. You got some coffee?
You know, back in my day, unlimited meant there were no limits. But you need a limit. Tired of paying for unlimited offers that leave you feeling limited? Experience Limitless with Go Brawley.
Elliott Group is a proud supporter of Paola and USD 368. At Elliott Group, we work, live, and shop in your local communities. Serving Miami and Johnson counties for more than 45 years, Elliott Group understands your needs. As an independent insurance agency, Elliott Group works with numerous carriers to find the coverage that best fits your needs. In Paola, call 913-294-2110 or visit elliottInsuranceGroup.com.
Bank, community banking at its best. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
And welcome back to Panther Stadium here in Paola, Kansas, on the campus of Paola High School for this evening's matchup between the Paola Panthers and the Chanute Blue Comets, as the visitors have the lead at the half, which is presented by, the halftime show at least, is presented by Rusty Walters, Farm Bureau Financial Services in Paola. Rusty and his team have been serving Paola and the surrounding area for more than 20 years. As your hometown agent, Farm Bureau Financial Services has the products to protect you with the service and customer care you've come to expect. Call 913-294-2737 or stop by and see them at 11 South Pearl in Paola. So our score at the half is the visitors 2, the home team 1, as Paola looked to pull back into this match, trying to draw it level early in the resumption of play in the second half. Alex, what are some things that you noticed that might be beneficial should Paola be able to, in order for Paola to bring themselves back into this match?
Right, so it seemed to me as though while Paola were kind of not necessarily dominating play, but when this game was a little more even after it was 1-1, it seemed like they really wanted to play out of defense. They wanted to pass the ball and really possess it up the field. But then kind of as Chanute really got that foothold, I mentioned at one point that this last 5 minutes has been all Comets. Sometimes you got to go to plan B at that point. Sometimes you need to decide, okay, this is a lot of pressure all at once, a lot of sustained pressure. We need to kick it long. We need to get it out of here. and that may be something that the Paola defense needs to do here in the second half.
I agree 100%. And when you mentioned that it had sort of been controlled by Chanute for that final 10 minutes or so, it really Paola really started to gain a bit more of that possession and have some decent looks in the final 2 minutes or so of that first half. So they will definitely look to pick up where they left off. And our goal scorers at the break were 2 from Jackson Vaughn, number 7 for Chanute, who has been lights out thus far in the first half. So he will look to resume his form coming into the second half. So we are ready to go. Once the center official sets play back in motion, possession should start with the home team, the Panthers, as they take the field.
Your Panther goal scorer is senior midfielder number 17, Hayden Warden, who converted that penalty. Impressive penalty, too. I believe that was that took place during the part of the broadcast where we had video. We did not have sound, but he stepped up very confidently, the senior midfielder, and hit it into the roof of the goal, which sometimes you don't even see that on the pro level.
And that is what we would call leading from the front, is scoring a goal while wearing that captain's armband.
Absolutely.
So definitely deserving his place as the captain of this team. So we are back underway here as Escobar tips the ball off. Paola resumed play, dropping it back to Reitinger, who sends it forward for the Panthers goal scorer. Hayden Worden, as forward ball is intended for Escobar. Solis not happy that it didn't make it there.
And was that Escobar occupying a center forward role? We've already seen him outside back in the kind of defensive midfield too, but is that the adjustment we're going to see as it continues to unfold? Could he be defending more from the front here in the second half?
And I would not put it past him, as he has already, since we've resumed play, he went from center forward to central mid to central defensive mid, back to right wing where he's at now. So he is all over the place, as we mentioned. Padilla trying to hold up that ball amidst strong pressure from the Panthers. Ball falls to Reitinger, who tries to send it forward before it's blocked back by Fosha from Chanute. Solis picks up possession in the middle of the pitch, sending it forward for Hayden Worden. His turn is unsuccessful as Chanute are able to collect and clear it forward, finding Lopez. Now Jackson Vaughn shuffling it to the far side. Chanute still in possession, surging forward down that far sideline, intending for Lopez, who takes the shot, and it rolls calmly into the safety of Blake Ramsey's arms as he uses them to throw it far down pitch before it's cut out by Chanute. Now Fosha for the visitors. It's poked away by Paxton. Mike Wright on the far side. Reeder's able to cut it out. Ball falls to Levi Ballou. Goes out of play for a throw-in for the Panthers. So quick bit of play here is early in this second half, just 2 minutes into the second half. So we are into the 43rd minute. And Escobar scoops up a poor pass in the Chanute half. Sending it forward, intended for Solis. Onside, says the near side official. In towards the box goes Escobar, holding it up nicely amidst heavy pressure from the Blue Comets, and Escobar's shot bounces a couple of times before being collected by Colby Baker. He sends it long, looking to get a counterattack going now.
I think Escobar might have been going for the cross, but by the time that he finally worked space again to get open, he had already done so much to progress the ball, and the attack just kind of ran out of steam.
And that is something that we have seen a couple of times here from Paola, as Watchman Paxton had that issue once with the communication between him and Ramsey in the defensive half, which ended up leading to that second goal, for Jackson Vaughn and the Chanute Blue Comets. And this time it's coming into play in their attacking half. So definitely we'll be watching for some substitutes, getting ready on this touch line. Able to keep that ball in play as it rolls slowly, staying in play down this near sideline. Chanute able to pick it up. Reitinger trying to scoop it, but Padilla not allowing it to come to fruition as the ball is now with Vaughn. Setting it forward, intended for Lopez, and that pass is way overcooked. Lopez had no chance of getting there as Greg Lopez, number 1 the striker, the number 9 traditionally for the Blue Comets, turns in frustration and voices his opinion on that pass. It was a creative idea from Vaughn, but just not coming so.
You know, it's also a creative idea to me is wearing the number 1 as an outfield player. It will never stop looking weird.
I 100% agree. Similar to American football, where positionally you have certain numbers, or at least traditionally,
although that's
in
changing
certain positions,
too.
It's changing for sure.
I actually like that change a lot for what it's worth.
And in American soccer or English football, if you would, the number 1 and 0 are oftentimes worn by goalkeepers, as you see here. Blake Ramsey wearing the number 1 as he is in goal this evening for the home team. He puts his boot through it down this near touch line, and it will bounce once before going out of play, despite the best efforts from Hayden Worden. Throw in awarded to Chanute. Deep throw intended for Padilla. It goes over his head. Greg Lopez still applying pressure. Ball goes out of play for a corner kick, says the center official.
Going back to that number positional thing, you know, some people might think it's a European thing, just kind of, we're just trying to place it on this game. But if you look back in history, the New York Yankees used to have their jersey number according to their spot in the lineup, their position on the field.
This corner is sent in towards the box. It goes through everybody. Center official spots a foul on Chanute. Foul is awarded to Paola. Sorry to cut you off.
No. Good action in the box there.
First really strong bit of opportunity there from either side in this second half as we are into the 47th minute. Off the free kick, the ball is picked up by Escobar, and again it goes out of play right along the center line here.
And Escobar just needs help right now. He's just trying to do everything.
Meanwhile, Lopez finding Vaughn in the box, and it takes a deflection off of a defender and into the hands of Ramsey. Ball is cleared still in the air as it had no spin on it. Slight rotation. Chested down, headed back up by Escobar, showing a bit of individual brilliance there, making his way past one defender. Not able to beat the second, but Reeder helps out on defense. His forward pass intended for Hayden Worden does not come true as it is picked up and cleared away by Chanute.
Excellent sequence for both teams in midfield right there. Several players getting a foot in on the tackle, and you see every ball is contested.
And so contested, in fact, that Paola, that's my second time doing that. Paola will make their first substitution of this half as Caleb McMillan comes in for Levi Ballou. Maxwell Worden sending it forward before Chanute collect. Now they will try to dribble out of the back. Ball finds Padilla, sending it back into the middle. And a nice tackle there from Reidinger. Two Panthers go down after that tackle. Reidinger slow to get up.
Looked like the Panthers player tackled his teammate.
It looked like a decent tackle at first, but then after he pulled his teammate down, it certainly did not become what everyone was hoping it would. As Escobar now trying to spring on a counterattack. He has Solis in front of him and Reidinger, as well as Hayden Worden sprinting across the pitch. Worden able to collect, trying to cut it back inside, looking for a shot with his right foot, and it just doesn't quite happen as the ball rolls all the way to the touchline and gathered by Baker.
What you saw Escobar do right there is something you see so rarely at this level. He was running with full head of steam with the ball and then slowed down and allowed the game to kind of unfold, allowed the players ahead of him to make the runs. And that was special play there from the senior.
It was indeed, as this forward progression from Padilla is nothing that the Panthers need to worry about, except that header is nice. As Lopez tries to imitate the good bit of play from Padilla to keep that in play.
And so often in the game at this level, it is that hustle and that kind of nonstop speed and strength and power all the time that is rewarded by both coaches and by the results, by pressing and getting the ball and getting goals. But that is an aspect, especially within the American game, that is really absent.
Hayden Worden now trying to make his way into the box before it's cleared away down this near-sided touch line. Throw in awarded to the Panthers. Escobar comes all the way into his attacking third again, showcasing that he has no true position.
Here we
Stay
go.
that of the roaming expert as he sends in a deep throw in towards the box. It's cleared away by Chanute, only as far as Reitinger, whose first touch sends it back towards the corner flag where Escobar keeps it in play, nutmegging his opponent, not able to maintain possession, and a foul is spotted by the near side official. Free kick awarded to Chanute. Then it is finally communicated to the players on the pitch. Fosha will take this for the Blue Comets. Opting to boot it long. Hayden Worden gets the head. Escobar using his body in an illegal manner, says the center official, as Fosha went to ground following his attempt in the air. Another free kick awarded to the Blue Comets in their defensive half. Reeder finally able to bring it down. Vaughn with a strong challenge wins possession. Greg Lopez pinging it off of Reeder there. Ooh. Nice bit of skill and a brilliant slide tackle. Center official disagrees. It looked like it caught ball, but clearly it hit some part of Hayden Worden. So an illegal tackle there. Center official having some words with Greg Lopez, the target man for Chanute.
And yeah, that after that little bit of skill, that kind of the Rabona there, you saw him just get over eager to try to go and collect it.
Panthers trying to get something going in their attacking half. And nothing quite comes of it. Escobar picks up the clearance opportunity and then opts for a deep shot from about the 20-yard line if you're looking at the American football lines. But that tackle on the near side, it looked like that conversation there was keep your studs down, said the official as we saw Greg Lopez try to demonstrate, well, my foot was just like this, but the studs were up in an illegal manner, so it had nothing else to do with that, as Reitinger will be ushered off the pitch. Not sure what that is about.
Yeah, I've got my own opinions in terms of referees trying to teach players on the field or what to do. You know what will teach a player? Give him a yellow card. That'll teach him. He won't do that again.
Yes, indeed. I'm not sure what this yellow card is for. I don't know if you saw it. I didn't see it.
No, this was not associated with the tackle. This yellow was assessed to Paola somehow. That could have been the player that was escorted off the field there.
Yes, it was. It looks like it was awarded to Reitinger.
Okay.
Maybe some words were said or something, or the player did not have the proper protection. He was not wearing shin guards. So definitely would like to make sure that all players are safe down there. So a yellow card is awarded due to ill equipment on the athlete. He wasn't wearing shin guards.
I was not aware that you could be cautioned that you could get a booking for that. But
I was also unaware of this. So we're all learning a bit of something here this evening. And speaking of learning something, you mentioned the term Rabona earlier.
Yes.
So for those of you at home who are unsure of what that bit of skill is, as that ball is cleared up and will hit our roof and bounce over the broadcast booth up here. A Rabona is when a player uses, say the ball is on their right foot, and they go around their right foot with their left foot behind the leg to progress the ball forward. It could be a shot, it could be any bit of skill, but any method in which you go behind one leg with your other, make contact with the ball, as Chanute's opportunity is gathered calmly by Blake Ramsey, who quickly sends the ball back into play, looking for Solis, trying to get the counterattack moving now. Escobar coming all the way forward, picks it up, looking for a cross now, sending it in, looking for Hayden Worden, finds the chest of Solis. Hayden Worden looking for the shot, takes a deflection, and is finally cleared away by Chanute. McMillan able to keep it in play on the far side, but Chanute collect, finding Greg Lopez. There was a player pushing down this near side, and Lopez's splitting pass is nothing dangerous, and Ramsey puts it back into the mixer and out of play.
Ramsey's got a big boot on these punts and on the goal clearances. This is my first game of the season at this level. Luckily, won't be the last, but typically doing JUCO soccer, and he's got a bigger leg than some of these guys in college, getting easily past the 50 with every punt.
Something tells me that Blake Ramsey is likely also the kicker for the football team.
Yep.
So that could, especially in high school, you'll see a lot of these 4A, 5A schools that will pull the kicker from the football team and use them as a goalkeeper because they have that grit that an American football player would have. So they're not afraid to get dirty and dive and put their body on the line to make the saves. But at the same time, they also have a very strong kicking leg to send out goal kicks or clearances. So Mason Hill called into action here on the defensive third for the Panthers. Finally, Watchman Paxton clears it to Escobar, who's muscled down off the ball. Cleared away by the Blue Comets. Noah Vogel sending it forward, looking for Lopez, will find him. Vogel running into the center of the pitch, and Lopez's ball is again cut out by the Panthers. McMillan trying to push through the midfield with success, and finally the Panthers are muscled to the ground. Foul called on number 8, Eli Uner from Chanute.
And I'm glad I got that one in tight because that is how every single ball has been contested in midfield throughout this game. That could have been a foul on 2 or 3 different players on the play.
Absolutely. It's been very closely contested as Mason Hill sends this forward, looking for Worden, who's not going to be able to keep that in play. Right idea from Mason Hill, trying to spray that ball, keep it in play, spread the love, and nothing able to come of it. But Reidinger returns to the pitch following his yellow card. Xander Holdsworth comes off. Sawyer Holdsworth comes on, the freshman joining varsity after having played for the JV team just before this. And the other player who will make way is Caleb McMillans. The sophomore comes off for the freshman on that far side as Escobar looks for a shot, teeing it up. It hits off the crossbar. Center official awards a goal kick. Despite the acrobatics from Baker, that ball was off target, but certainly had all of us here in Paola off our seats and standing up, eagerly hoping that would find its way home.
Classic drop of the shoulder there by Escobar just to go past the first player, get the ball onto that right foot. And we saw a very errant shot last time, but this one is going to be enough to cause that Blue Comets defense to just tighten up a little bit next time he's got the ball, which he does now.
Absolutely, and trying to push his way down that far side. Down here with his opportunity where his strike hit off the crossbar, it was looking like he's slowly honing in, right? That first opportunity went far left.
Yep.
This opportunity went narrow right. So maybe next time he'll find the sweet spot in that top left corner as Jackson Vaughn will check back in for Chanute.
The question is, have Chanute seen enough of it now to really dial in on him defensively?
Absolutely. And with that, I think part of the reason why Escobar is taking his shots from so far out is Chanute are so tight in defense in that final 10th of the pitch, right up in front of the box. So he is having to take opportunities from further out, just trying to test the keeper in some manner, trying to make him have to make a save as Chanute now progressing forward. Vogel trying to keep this pass in play. It's poked away by Ballou. Throw-in awarded to the Blue Comets. Just about 24 minutes remaining as we are just about halfway through with this second half. Hayden Worden's forward progression is stunted from a tackle from Chanute. Vogel sending it forward, looking for Vaughn. He is fighting out Reeder, trying to get to the ball. Reeder gets there first, nutmegs Vaughn before it's gathered by Lopez. Vaughn again with, Reeder again with a nice tackle, and finally Hayden Worden on the ball. Stoppage of the clock, says the center official. It looks like a player is down at that midway line off of the ball. Certainly hope he's all right. Looks like he may have just had the wind taken out of him, but we will go to break and we'll be right back after this.
Auction Bank, community banking at its best. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
And welcome back here at Panther Stadium in Paola, Kansas. We are just ready to get back underway here as number 3 for Chanute went down. I believe it was Keaton Baker, although he is on the JV roster. We don't have anybody with the number 3 on our varsity roster, so we're going to hope that Baker is okay down on the bench. Now, as the Panthers trying to garner some momentum forward, center official spots a foul, and an offsides, I believe, is the call.
Yeah, it's hard to tell what the side official was actually waving for.
Because he rose his flag straight towards the sky and then shook it a little bit, which makes you think foul, but then the offsides,
stood in place. Which
there's a shove to the back is what we are hearing from behind us. So a foul was called. It was the official call on the pitch.
Appreciate that.
Mason Hill trying to stunt the progression from Chanute. Ball pushed forward. Paxton in pursuit, laying it all the way back for Ramsey, who then clears it long with his miraculous right foot. And poor communication there, as you can hear the home fans shouting for communication down there on the pitch as Vaughn takes another shot. This one challenging Blake a little bit as Blake Ramsey jumps into the ball, bringing it to ground.
Yeah, not expecting that shot early, but when you're on the hat trick, why not? Almost catching the keeper out.
Absolutely, might as well try. And some nice 1-2 passing in the attacking third here as the substitution from Paola will stunt this momentum. 3 changes are made. Mason Hill comes off. Sawyer Holdsworth comes off, as does Solis. Zayden Solis makes way. Mara Guzman is one of the players that comes onto the pitch. Caleb McMillan comes on, as well as another player on the far side who I did not catch who it was. Escobar takes the throw in, and it is booted high, close to the near touchline. Ballou trying to get onto the ball, and it is headed off of Levi Ballou and out of play by Greg Lopez. Ball is sent in towards the middle, off the throw in. Fosha trying to get onto it. It's cleared away by Worden.
And no need for that long ball down the field. There's still plenty of time left in this game, and you had numbers forward just to possess and play forward.
Absolutely. And the substitute, Mara Guzman, forced into the pursuit of that forward ball and immediately gasses herself out after coming onto the pitch. So that eliminates the advantage of a substitution as well. So a couple more substitutions here as Hayden Worden comes off, as does Watchman Paxton. Number 5 checks in Owen Bryant. The other player that came on was number 7, Xander Holdsworth, who came back onto the pitch after just exiting. Holdsworth, another player who played in the JV match, but clearly was more of a captain for that side, as he has been featuring more so with the varsity team here this evening, getting a bit of that senior leadership at the JV level will never hurt, especially with an experienced player such as Holdsworth, the junior defender. And that opportunity is saved nicely from Baker. I believe that was Mara Guzman with the shot. Lopez sending it forward. Vogel finding Vaughn. Vogel making the run down this near touchline. Vaughn's forward pass is gathered by Ramsey. It was good 1-2 passing again there from Lopez to Vogel, and then Vogel to Vaughn. Vaughn looking for Vogel again, and just not meant to be. And the Panthers and their fans will be certainly happy as that opportunity came to nothing. Greg Lopez extending, trying to keep this ball in for Vaughn. Sending it for Fosha, surging in towards the box, and the ball will be poked away into the hands of Ramsey.
Vaughn is really feeling himself right now. You can see anytime collecting the ball, just kind of turning, facing, and passes aren't coming off, but you can see the game kind of just unfolding around him. Feels that he can do whatever he wants with the ball.
And so calm, too. When he's expecting the ball, there's no sense of frantic body language. It's all very calm. He's very composed under the pressure of the defenders coming at him. So certainly something to look for as we progress in this match, with just under 19 minutes remaining in this match. Score is still visitors from Chanute 2, and the home team from Paola still only with 1 goal. So the Panthers need to find something here. Vaughn goes to ground. Center official sees no problem with that tackle. And now the Panthers will try to build something going forward.
Yeah, a lot can ride on that decision, because if it is a foul, it can be a last man foul. And if that's the case, that is a automatic red card. So obviously calling a foul in that situation would drastically change the entire outlook of this game. And it appeared for a moment as though that might be what could happen, but really didn't see many protests from the players on the field either.
Absolutely. So it's definitely something to keep an eye out for, as Reeder was the player involved in that opportunity for Chanute, and Reeder was the player from Paola that denied that opportunity. Mara Guzman is subbed off for Hayden Worden during that breakdown, and now a free kick is awarded to Chanute. Braden Go sending it forward for Fosha. Fosha off of Reeder. Reidinger able to get a touch on it. Now Vogel falls to Lopez. Back to Fosha. Looking for the ranged shot. Pings off of the back leg of Reeder before being cleared out of play and out for a corner kick by Reidinger, who is visibly upset with that decision. Clearly did not make the connection with the ball that he wanted to. Likely just clipped the outside of his foot and spun. You could see the spin on that ball. It looked like it was headed towards the far side line and ended up curling towards his touch line. So out of play for a corner kick. Vaughn will take it.
And that is a technique to hit the ball with the outside part of your foot, but that time he was just stretching to get there first.
The ball coming in, and it is collected easily by Ramsey, who has shown a lot of composure in this second half after allowing 2 in the first, 1 off a penalty, so not much he could have done about that. But the second goal, poor communication between him and a teammate, and the offsides flag comes up here on Jackson Vaughn, so nothing to come of this attack from Chanute. A deep breath to be taken by the Panthers as they look to build out of the back going forward, although it looks like it will be Blake Ramsey to take this free kick, and he will boot it long, looking for Hayden Worden, who's able to get ahead to it, intended for Solis, who cuts it back and just gets tripped up on the ball, hops right up, trying to regain possession. Escobar picks it up, leaving it for Reidinger, who now pushes his way into the attacking half. The ball cleared away right at the feet of Escobar. Reeder collects. Now pushing his way forward. Reidinger looking to this near side, finding Worden. Reidinger able to win it back, sending it forward, just trying to relieve the pressure there. Fosha picks it up, sending the ball forward for Greg Lopez, who was onside. Ramsey does well to come out to the edge of his box and clear it away. Now Worden trying to cut it back on Fosha. And a nice tackle there from Fosha, putting it out of play for a throw-in for Paola on the far side. Center official initially said Paola throw. Fosha believed otherwise, as Mason Hill will rejoin the fray. Looks to be Caleb McMillan to make way. Chanute will make another substitution. 2, in fact, as Padilla comes back on for Vogel. They make another substitution in the midfield. Throw-in awarded to the Panthers. A lot of good progress here from the Panthers in the last 4 minutes or so, and it's stunted there with a foul called against them. A throw-in was awarded to the wrong team initially, but now the ball with Vaughn is the Blue Comets trying to get something going. Padilla with a nice run down this near sideline. Lopez gathers, has Padilla by the corner flag. Padilla still onside, says the far side official. Padilla cutting it back across, and that ball is deflected out for a throw-in all the way down by that corner flag.
Just barely a throw-in.
All of the Paola fans will take a deep breath as this opportunity is a little bit less dangerous, as it's coming in from the near side instead of the far left sideline. We appreciate you tuning in to Paola Sports Live, presented by Go Brawley. If you are just joining us, the home team is down 1-2 as the Chanute Blue Comets were able to score off a penalty and a goal from open play, both goals going to Jackson Vaughn, while Paola Panthers were able to start the goal scoring just before we got our broadcast back up and running after some technical difficulties got us underway in a wonky way. But that goal was taken by captain number 17, Hayden Worden, who's now playing on the near side in the right winger position. So now Greg Lopez for Chanute. His central pass is cut out by Mason Hill as he tries to head it away. Nothing comes of it as Padilla now pushing it towards the box, and an offsides is the call on Padilla.
Just barely offside.
Unlucky for Sonny Padilla, the senior from Chanute, but the correct call is made, so no one contesting it.
No, Padilla was standing in an offside position. Defenders were retreating as the ball was played, had not quite retreated back far enough to play him on.
And Escobar, still being a man of many positions, scrambling back to play defender now. He's down off behind the play. He's back up now, though. Reeder playing defender as Chanute cut in towards the box, and it's gathered calmly by Blake Ramsey, who goes to the ground to gather. Nice goalkeeping there. Good awareness. Cutting off the angle, so the attacker didn't have that shot opportunity.
You needed that elevated cross to get over the goalkeeper.
Indeed, he did, and nothing came of it. But Solis now pushing forward, trying to get onto the end of that ball before it's cleared away onto the far side. Throw in the attacking third now for Paola. Escobar will take this, and a stoppage of play as a substitution is made. Number 15 coming on. I don't have that individual on my roster, so he will come on for number 5, Owen Bryant. Throw in taken by Escobar and goes off of Hayden Worden and out of play for a flip of the throw in. Chanute taking it quickly. Hill heading it back towards Fosha, who's able to play around Escobar, sending it forward, finding Vaughn. Greg Lopez running forward. Nothing comes of it as Reeder is able to cut it out, and then possession falls to Sonny Padilla. Lopez is in an offside position. Padilla acknowledging that, playing it to Fosha. Eli Uner trying to get on the end of that. Not quite coming to much of anything for the Blue Comets. Escobar heading it forward, then playing it forward. A couple of appeals for a handball there as the ball hit off of the hand of number 29, Mitchell Habiger for Chanute. Free kick awarded to the Panthers as Escobar will take this from deep range. He has 5 teammates in and around the box as Reitinger makes his way there to make it a total of 5. Escobar setting it low and hard towards what could have been perceived as a wall of players. Before the ball is played out of bounds. Throw in awarded to Paola now on their far side touchline. Just 10 minutes remaining for Paola to get something. Draw back level, force overtime, or perhaps grab 2. And that throw-in comes to nothing as it's gathered by Baker.
Their best shot of the second half. Best chance, I should say, for Paola as I'll finish this Chanute on the break.
As Chanute tries to get a good chance of their own. Padilla now for Vaughn. Vaughn back to Padilla, looking for a shot with his right foot. It goes high, and it is just wide. Ramsey was there, watching it all the way. Jumped for a little bit of insurance on that as a goal kick is awarded to Paola. You were saying?
Yeah, both teams popping off long shots, and best chance of this second half, in my opinion, is that Escobar shot that went just barely clipped the top of the bar, but still nothing from open play from inside the box, really, for either team.
And especially after a first half, which was full of goals with 2 penalties and 1 from open play. Escobar now trying to make it 4 goals. So he's applying heavy pressure deep into his own attacking half, and it pays off in the form of a throw-in. And again, the momentum is stunted with a substitution.
Yeah, Escobar's really frustrated, and you've seen him in that kind of crouched down position before some of these throw-ins when they've had substitutes, but he wants to be able to catch out the defense with that long, flat bullet throw. He wants to be able to do that as quickly as possible after he gets the ball.
And just not able to do so due to the volume of substitutions that are being made from Paola at this time. Escobar.
Silky step over there by the corner flag.
Absolutely. And then after that, setting in the cross, which looked like it could have come to something and nothing in the end. Escobar again going to take this throw in, not to be stopped by substitutes, but this time taking a breath for himself, as we have seen him quite literally everywhere on this pitch. He sends it in towards the box, finds the head of Hayden Worden, and just off of his head goes the ball into the hands of Baker, sending it forward for Sonny Padilla now. Padilla laying it off for Uner and cleared away by Ballou. Poor first touch there from Worden, who's able to apply the pressure on Fosha before it's cleared away by Chanute. Throw in awarded to Paola. And again, a moment that felt like it may have had some momentum, just not quite able to capitalize on that opportunity.
Yeah, that's certainly
illegal throw-in, says the center official.
We've seen him get away with a couple of what I just described as odd ones, but that was clearly an error, just holding onto the ball for too long.
He just didn't release it before he crossed the top of his head is what that call was. So in soccer, you must release the ball before you reach in front of your face, basically. And it was the right idea from Ballou. We saw him in goal against Tonganoxie in the second half of that match, who he played quite well. Ramsey was not there for that match, but Ballou was able to step in, make something happen. Reeder able to cut out that opportunity from Chanute. Forward ball finally cleared away by Mason Hill. The Blue Comets trying to progress forward. Not to be so. Mason Hill will throw in for the Panthers. Chested down by McMillan. Worden cutting nicely past Padilla, then past Uner. Has teammates forward, lumping it forward for Escobar, not able to get a touch to it, but does apply the pressure, wins out in the end, and that ball is just poked away a little too heavily, goes all the way out of play, off past the track even.
The urgency is good, but Escobar not open. Had 4 players around him and a couple other black shirts in between. There's Worden and Escobar that time.
Better opportunity may have been to send it to the far sideline where Hayden Worden's brother was ready. Maxwell Worden was ready for it. Now Greg Lopez trying to get something going. Has Padilla. Vaughn was offsides. Assistant official on the far side raises his flag.
I thought he was on.
Padilla was onside, but I believe they may have been interpreting it that Vaughn interfered with the play.
Right.
Therefore, the defenders were not able to approach the play appropriately, thus interfering with play, so and offsides is called.
If I'm not mistaken, that is the part of the offside rule that has been changed in the European game, so that is no longer offside unless you directly attempt or do play the ball, which did not happen on that play.
Correct. Yeah. Vaughn had acknowledged that he was offside and was standing completely still. Sonny Padilla was onside, running onto the ball, which was played from an onside position. Therefore, Vaughn was offside by the American rules, but the European rules, however, would have said that there is no foul play there. 2 substitutions made by Paola as Ballou makes way for Paxton, and number 15 comes off, and Reidinger comes back in.
Taking a look at Escobar right now for Paola. He's got 2 defenders on him, no matter where he's popping up.
And it's especially interesting because Escobar is so far forward on the pitch. He's the most north-facing player in black, and a foul there is called on Paola. Vaughn will take this free kick after it was won by Fosha. But to your point, Mitchell Habiger has almost been assigned to Escobar as a glue to him, preventing any opportunities from Escobar in that northmost attacking position. So ball is booted forward, intended for Hayden Worden, who lets it go over his head, turning on it, trying to get possession. Ball is pushed out of play for a throw-in. Finally, the momentum is able to be maintained from Paola. Escobar towards the box. A shot is taken and a nice diving save from Baker. Keeps the visitors ahead by 1 with under 4 minutes remaining. Scrappy play there from Escobar.
What a run from Escobar. Definitely lost the ball at one point there, but regained possession and got the effort on target. Diving save.
Escobar to take this corner kick, setting it short in towards the box. Hayden Worden was able to make a connection. Not clean, though, as it gets trapped under his boot before being cleared away. Throw in awarded to the Panthers. Stoppage of clock is called as there is a player down on the pitch.
It's Worden and hands on the head.
It's Hayden Worden after the play. He was using his body quite heavily, back up and running towards the halfway line, looking to just try to walk it off in the feigning moments here as the stoppage of clock has been called. 3 minutes are left on the clock, but the clock here continues to tick as conversation occurs by the officials on the near touch line.
Yeah, they may come over here and put some time back on the clock. I don't think the clock ever stopped there. And this is something that, again, at the college game, you actually see them do it much more often just because there's more at stake in those college games. You reference these as educational affairs here, and as is at all levels everywhere in soccer, the official clock of this game is the referee's watch.
Yes.
So that the game does not have to end when it's zeros on the clock, and looks like they just sent it from 2:20 something to 3:24, so got almost a full minute back.
And that is going to be vital for Paola as they try to mount a comeback. Hayden Worden clearly fine after being down as he's dispossessed. And now Greg Lopez surging forward. He has Vaughn. Plays it to Vaughn with the first-time strike. It hits off both crossbars back into play. Ramsey gathers, sets it down for a goal kick, and quickly the restart will be taken as all shirts in black pushing towards their attacking half.
And you're going to give up chances like that at this stage in the game because you need to put players up.
And that was illegal play there from the goalkeeper from Paola. He did not play it to a teammate before simply dribbling it off of the goal line. So that's an illegal goal kick, and I'm not sure what the officials will do here.
Is that
It should be a free kick inside the box.
Oh, my.
At the spot of the innermost box position. So it'll be interesting to see what they do with this. And this is a very rare instance in soccer where you rarely see a free kick inside the box. You would typically just see a penalty awarded. But because this is a foul that wasn't made on a Blue Comets player, it should be awarded as a free kick inside the box, and the center official is awarding a penalty, which is the wrong call.
It may be indirect, but from the center, because this is the line that you have to take the goal kick from. So this is where the infraction took place.
Well, it'll be taken from the penalty spot, which is interesting, though, because the goal kick would have been taken on that innermost line.
You're right. You're
so I feel as though that this is what Trevor Gallagher is trying to convey to the center official, if not simply just asking what the call was.
Yeah.
Because nobody seemed to care that Blake Ramsey was simply dribbling the ball into play off of the goal kick. Just 2 minutes and 44 seconds remaining for the Panthers to pull themselves level in this match, which may be a moot point as this free kick is awarded to the Blue Comets. It is no one on the touchline from either school seems to know what is happening, as it will be all but one of the field players from Paola are in a wall in front of this goal.
Look at this wall is about 4 feet in front of the goal.
This is not something you see every day, folks. Soccer has many interesting.
It's the whole team. Look at that.
It's quite literally every field player except one from Paola. They decide to shuffle it wide, trying to play around the wall. Center official says that he never blew his whistle. So the ball is pulled back to the spot.
You got it in the center. Don't play it wide.
Fosha plays it gently to Vaughn. Vaughn trying to take a shot through the spreading wall from Paola. And that final attempt is just nothing.
That couldn't have gone much worse right there for the Blue Comets. I mean, I think it's one of those cases of it's a great scoring opportunity, but it's a weird one that you've never practiced, you've never even kind of conceptualized what you would do in that situation.
Nor would anyone expect to have to deal with that, right? That is something that happens in maybe 1 out of every 2,000 soccer matches.
The goalkeeper just got the ball and decided to dribble out a goal kick. That's not something that happens very often.
And again, this is educational sports, so it makes sense that would occur at this level. But nonetheless, I remember when I was playing at this level, I was... Well, not necessarily at this level. I was in middle school, and I was fairly new to the goalkeeper position, and I used my hands from a backward pass, and so that was an instant penalty or a foul in the box. Very similar situation, but just more of those niche rules to the goalkeeper position that are moot for the rest of the players down there on the pitch. As the clock continues to tick down, just about a minute and a half remaining, Blue Comets receive a throw-in on the far sideline. Fosha takes it, and it's headed forward by Reeder. Uner able to collect from the Blue Comets. Vaughn receives that pass, sending it forward for Sonny Padilla. Heavy pass that is, but Padilla able to keep it in play. Cutting it back on Reitinger. Lopez trying to send it forward for Padilla, who was aware he was in an offside position. Ball rolls out of play for a goal kick, and the Panthers will have to take this quickly as they make another substitution. Levi Ballou coming in for, looks like goalie. Not sure what this call is. Can't have two goalkeepers, but both are wearing gloves and hands, and it looks like it will be Blake Ramsey who surges forward trying to help out his team in the field. Interesting, though, he does not wear a black jersey to match the rest of his teammates. But why not? We had a keeper dribble out from a goal kick, so might as well add to it all. Foul is awarded. Stoppage of clock. Hayden Worden is down after the play.
Could that be a final? No. It's
yellow card is awarded to Mitchell Habiger, the player who had been assigned to Escobar earlier in the match. And, of course, at the high school level, a yellow card awarded to a player means they have to leave the match, at least for the time being. They have to be subbed out before another player brought in. So this will be surely the final action of the match. 24 seconds remaining as Paola get a free kick in good field position. Blake Ramsey looks to be teeing this up for a shot.
Panthers players stacking up on that far post. You can see they want that right-footed bender in across the players.
And the shot is taken, and it curls wide to the right. And that ball will go all the way out of play, and that will certainly end this match, as Baker is in no rush to put this ball back in play. 10 seconds now. And it looks like the visitors will claim victory in this match. Still opportunity here, though. Escobar trying to get something going. Final opportunity, and nothing comes true as the visitors snap a 3-game losing streak. Losing to Pittsburgh, then Parsons twice. And the visiting Chanute Blue Comets are able to come out on top here after 80 minutes. And Paola are on the wrong side of the scoreline. The final score, Blue Comets 2, Paola Panthers 1. The final score here at the Panther Stadium here on the campus of Paola High School. You're watching Paola Sports Live. We'll be right back after this.
Hi, ladies. Do you know what you want to drink?
Ooh, yeah, I'll have the unlimited coffee.
Me too. You got some coffee?
You know, back in my day, unlimited meant there were no limits. But you need a Tired of paying for unlimited offers that leave you feeling limited? Experience Limitless with Go Brawley.
Elliott Group is a proud supporter of Paola and USD 368. At Elliott Group, we work, live, and shop in your local communities. Serving Miami and Johnson counties for more than 45 years, Elliott Group understands your needs. As an independent insurance agency, Elliott Group works with numerous carriers to find the coverage that best fits your needs. In Paola, call 913-294-2110 or visit ElliottInsuranceGroup.com.
First Option Bank, community banking at its best. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
What can decide so many games at this level for so many teams is how do you use your best player? So we saw throughout the match Escobar popping up everywhere. First half, he's in the defense. Second half, in the midfield, and then even leading the line at the end of the game. Then you see the best player for the Blue Comets, Jackson Vaughn, with 2 goals. Center of the pitch, all game long. Team knew where to find him. So that's what, in my opinion, that's what you need to decide. You need to decide, and that means sticking with something. Even if you go down in a match, having confidence. And if it is, I mean, there's a reason you move a player around, and it's so you get him on the ball as often as possible, of course. And if that's the case, then you want to play him in central mid. And so that's my takeaway.
Absolutely. So Escobar and Vaughn were the 2 star players from either side. Escobar playing all over the pitch, as you mentioned, and really someone that could be used pretty much in every single line of play for the Panthers. If they could just duplicate him, they would be doing magnificent things for the 4A level. But the final score was 2-1. Goal scorer happened early in the match from Hayden Worden, the captain, number 17, who ended up getting fouled towards the end of the match, limping away from the pitch. And that just personifies the grit that the Panthers put into this match, trying everything they could to snap their own 3-game losing streak after losing to Tonganoxie, Eudora, and Independence, scoring 0 goals in all of those. However, there is a positive to take away from this if you're Paola. They did score, so they have finally snapped their goalless run. Mm-hmm. So they now have 7 goals on the season, which is better than 6 before they came into it. And they're almost to the 8 that they had last season. So looking to at least match that 8-goal record that they set last year, trying to pass that this year. Obviously, that's not a school record or anything. It's just a in-recency thing. So the Blue Comets are able to come out on top here, and we'll be right back after these messages. You're watching Paola Sports Live.
Bringing the law to your corner. That's Hartley Law Group. Attorney Jerry Hartley and her staff are dedicated to working for the results you want and to help you determine what actions you can take. Specializing in criminal defense, family law, guardianship and adoption, estate planning, probate, and trust litigation. To learn more, call 913-294-4512 or visit HartleyLawGroupLLC.com. The choice of a law firm and attorney are important decisions and should not be based solely on advertisements or websites.
Up your lawn care game at Hers Inc. in Spring Hill. We have one of the area's largest and most diverse selections of lawnmowers, including top brands like Altos, Bobcat, Gravely, Dixie Chopper, and Red Max. Quality-built machines for any size job. And when you get your mower at Hers, we offer full service and repairs covered by your warranty. From the backyard to the back 40, the all-star lineup of mowers at Hers will make you the captain of the lawn. See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
At Olathe Health, we perform cutting-edge surgical procedures because changing lives with innovative care drives us, one patient at a time. Olathe Health, advanced healthcare, advancing lives.
If you're off your game because of pain or injury, turn to Olathe Health because orthopedics is our game. Joint repair and replacement, chronic conditions and injuries, hand surgery, sports medicine. Make an appointment today.
Whether you're trying to make the most of the next harvest, navigating a changing business landscape, or planning for the next chapter in your life, the professionals at Prime Accounting Solutions are here to help. With 10 locations, Prime Accounting offers convenient, friendly accounting and tax services at a fair price. Payroll, bookkeeping, business planning, personal tax filing, and more. And now Prime is the place to go for insurance. Panther fans can find us at 310 North Hospital Drive in Paola or 913-294-3713. To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net.
Welcome back to the post-game show, sponsored by Elliott Insurance Group. At Elliott Group, they believe building strong relationships with their clients and their community is the best way to serve them both. With offices throughout Paola and the surrounding Kansas City area. And you can visit them in Paola and online at ElliottInsuranceGroup.com. So special thank you to Elliott Insurance Group for sponsoring this post-game show, and to our presenting sponsor, Go Brawley, and all of our other sponsors here on Paola Sports Live, as this evening's matchup did not end the way that the home team would have wanted. Final score 1 for the Panthers and 2 for the visiting Chanute High School Comets. For Alex Smith, I'm Tristan Jordan, signing off. Y'all have a great rest of your evening and weekend to come.
Planning for retirement, saving for your child's college fund, or just trying to protect the financial future of the ones you love. Edward Jones advisors Curtis Long and Monty Scher are here to help you every step of the way. Curtis and Monty work to discover each person's priorities, then individualize a plan to achieve those goals. Sticking with their clients throughout their lives and always there to adjust when unexpected events occur. For over 100 years, folks have planned for their futures with Edward Jones. Plan for yours with advisors Curtis Long or Monty Scher in Paola.
Oh, hi, honey.
Hi, Grandma. I'm really sorry. I won't be able to make it today. I have way too much homework, and you don't have enough internet.
Oh, honey, I gotta go. I gotta go. Oh, I need more internet in my house.
Well, you could have just called, right?
Oh.
Call Go Brawley today.
Strode Orthodontics is creating beautiful, healthy smiles. Dr. Claire Strode and her staff have decades of combined experience, offering clear and metal Damon smile braces and Invisalign clear aligners for teens and adults. Dr. Strode tailors your treatment to meet your specific needs with 3 convenient locations in Olathe, Overland Park, and Spring Hill. Strode Orthodontics is ready to give you the beautiful smile you've always wanted. Call for your free no-obligation consultation, 913-491-3400, or visit StrodeOrtho.com.
Hi, I'm Dr. Aaron Stoes with Paola Veterinary Clinic. We'd like to thank you for trusting us with the care of your pets and large animals. At Paola Vet Clinic, we're proud to be your hometown vets who know and care about your family. Coming soon, a new location here in Paola in the industrial park with cattle haul-in and boarding and grooming. With 24-hour emergency services and 3 other locations in Lewisburg, Drexel, and Martin City, and a team of 11 veterinarians, our commitment to this community makes Paola Vet Clinic the vets you can trust.
Planning for retirement, saving for your child's college fund, or just trying to protect the financial future of the ones you love. Edward Jones advisors Curtis Long and Monty Scher are here to help you every step of the way. Curtis and Monty work to discover each person's priorities, then individualize a plan to achieve those goals. Sticking with their clients throughout their lives and always there to adjust when unexpected events occur. For over 100 years, folks have planned for their futures with Edward Jones. Plan for yours with advisors Curtis Long or Monty Scher in Paola.
Elliott Group is a proud supporter of Paola and USD 368. At Elliott Group, we work, live, and shop in your local communities. Serving Miami and Johnson counties for more than 45 years, Elliott Group understands your needs. As an independent insurance agency, Elliott Group works with numerous carriers to find the coverage that best fits your needs. In Paola, call 913-294-2110 or visit ElliottInsuranceGroup.com.
Bank, community banking at its best. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
What are you doing? You're supposed to be working on your schoolwork.
Oh, well, it's raining, so we don't have internet.
Not anymore. I just signed us up for Go Brawley.
I hate Go Brawley. I miss satellite internet.
Go Brawley. You'll love us, but your kids might not. Call us today at 913-837-4678.
You've been watching Spring Hill High School Sports on your home for the Broncos, Spring Hill Sports Live. Spring Hill Sports Live is presented by Strode Orthodontics, creating beautiful, healthy smiles. Learn more at StrodeOrtho.com. Also by Be sure to catch every second of the action right here on your home for the Broncos, Spring Hill Sports Live.